would come in.
Should we talk
And you
about
just
the
never
party
know who it
crasher?
is, and it was like a crazy mix.
Oh
And
my
now,
God.
Meghan Markle, the Kardashian party crasher. Now, you'll remember those rumors have been spreading for some time. The fact that she forced Prince Harry to turn up to this Kris Jenner bash at Jeff Bezos's and Lauren Sanchez's house without a formal invite, and then wreaked havoc because when pictures of the couple were posted on social media, including Harry ogling Kris Jenner's rack in that picture, they then demanded that the Kardashians take them all down from social media, claiming that there was an invisible consent form where they had ticked no to photographs. Guess what? No consent form ever existed. Well, at the time, Rob Shooter of Shooter Scoop was reporting this, and this is very much in context of what I'm about to show you from Kim and Khloe Kardashian themselves. So this was Rob Shooter's report, which we revealed at the time, from November the 10th, 2025. And it said, exclusive, Meghan Markle and Harry's embarrassing night. Guests ask who invited them. He went on to say later on they may have been NFI'd. But he said, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's surprise appearance at Kris Jenner's star-studded 70th birthday bash has left Hollywood insiders buzzing and baffled. The royals slipped into the Bezos and Sanchez mansion for the James Bond-themed soiree, hand in hand, looking every inch the glamour couple. But there's one problem. They weren't on the official guest list. People were whispering, who brought the Sussexes? One attendee laughs. It was giving mystery plus security breach. Even megastars like Oprah and Kim Kardashian swore they didn't extend the invite. In Hollywood, everyone assumes someone else did. Witnesses say the pair looked polite but distant and exited before Bruno Mars hit the stage. They smiled, mingled for 10 minutes, then vanished, another insider revealed. One thing's for sure, even at Chris's most exclusive bash, Meghan and Harry proved they're still the ultimate uninvited guests. Now, as I say, at the time we reported that, the mainstream media did not. However, in Khloe in Wonderland, this is Khloe Kardashian's podcast, she appeared with Kim Kardashian. And on the phone was Jonathan Shaban, their longtime PR socialite friend, who was a big part, we're told, of organising this Kris Jenner 70th birthday. And at one point, I want you to watch the full exchange, but I'll just set it up to explain what went on. At one point, Kim Kardashian turns to Khloe and seems to be close to revealing the party crasher. It's a warning shot to Meghan Markle. Really interesting stuff. Watch this.
gas going.
It's good. We just wanted to give you a little shout out. I said you were at my mom's 70th, and yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was a fun night, wasn't it?
That was a fun. That was probably one of the best parties in like 15 years. They don't do parties like that anymore.
Right?
They don't.
No.
Yeah.
We used to do, when I did PR, we used to do big events like that. And they were like these kind of parties where like one after the next would come in.
Should we talk
and you
about
just
the
never
party
know who it
crasher?
is. And it was like a crazy mix.
Oh
and
my
now
God.
it's like everything's so corporate. It's
Yeah.
sponsors.
Yeah.
So nobody could ever pull that off unless you're like paying for your own party, which nobody really does anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're not doing it again for a long time. It was really expensive.
That's the last time.
Okay, so I just want to zone in on just that specific moment. Just listen to what Kim said to Khloe.
Next would come in.
Should we talk
and you
about
just
the
never
party
know who it
crasher?
is, and it was like a crazy mix.
Oh
and
my
now
God.
it's like
Tash, according to Taz, royal YouTube sensation, did you hear that? Should we talk about the party crasher? Oh my God. Are they about to expose Meghan Markle for turning up without an invite?
It was so right. I was highly suspicious of this from the moment I saw the photographs that they had crashed the event, or perhaps the invite may have only gone to Harry. Harry had met Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos personally when he went to collect that stupid Legends of Aviation award. And maybe because he did actually change his jacket. But the reason why I believe Meghan was the one that crashed and didn't get an invite is because she had gone to the baby to baby event. and Serena and a lot of the other celebrities that were there at that event were going to Kris Jenner's party. So there were probably coaches being bussed from one event to the next. And I think that Meghan jumped along. Maybe they both crashed it and she went along. The reason why I say that I think she crashed it, she didn't change her outfit. This is Meghan Markle. This is a woman who, at the Invictus Games, which is meant to be about veterans, will change her outfit 5, 6 times in a day. There is no way that she would go to another big, huge celebrity event, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory golden ticket that she's been trying to get herself invited to for a long time. And she wouldn't change that outfit into another hugely expensive dress. So I do believe that she definitely crashed it. And I do believe that was Kim going, should we? Should we? They are going to be rightly pissed. At the end of the day, this was a huge birthday party. You know, they're talking about it there. But what was in the news? Who made it all about them because of the ridiculous stunt that she did with the photographs, making them pull them? Meghan turned that entire publicity surrounding this birthday into the Harry and Meghan Photogate show. And that is something that the Kardashians are not going to let slide.
No, and even though Kris Jenner may not be annoyed, I think what you really pick up from that conversation, Tash, is that Kim viewed this as her project. You know, we're not going to do this for a long time. It was super expensive. Of course, Bruno Mars performed. Meghan and Harry left before he hit the stage. And you're right. They love coverage. It's not that they don't want coverage and attention, but they were going to get the coverage and attention regardless. Yeah. That's why they put the pictures out. Remember, Harry and Meghan were not even included in the first tranche of pictures that were released by the Kardashians. And it was only when the second tranche of pictures came out, which were probably almost done as like a sort of sop to Harry and Meghan, like, oh, we don't want to make it look as if we're snubbing you, because remember, lots of people were saying, oh my God, they haven't even included
the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Tonight, Dan is joined by royal YouTube sensation according to Taz, as we break down a jaw-dropping Hollywood twist that has taken royal and celebrity circles by surprise. Reports are swirling that Kim Kardashian is deeply unhappy after Meghan Markle was reportedly labelled a so-called party crasher within elite celebrity circles, a claim that has sparked intense behind-the-scenes tension. Sources now suggest Kim may be prepared to reveal private details that could seriously challenge Meghan's carefully managed public image, raising fresh questions about what really happened behind closed doors. Why has Meghan suddenly found herself on the wrong side of one of Hollywood's most powerful influencers? And could this fallout have lasting consequences for her A-list ambitions? We examine what's being claimed, what evidence is being discussed, and why this story is gaining traction beyond the mainstream media. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our exclusive royal and celebrity coverage. And as always, drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think.
I was reading that they were snubbing them, but then I did also read, and I can't remember where it was, but I read that the Kardashians had actually got told to post the images of Harry and Meghan to quell these stories, because the mainstream media were even running it, saying, oh, the Kardashians completely snubbed them by not sharing.
I think they just wanted to be nice. But there was a real turn when the Kardashians were then effectively accused of having broken some type of code for the party, which never existed.
Bad.
And I think this whole incident exploded behind the scenes, Tash, much more than we ever know, because Meredith Maines, who was then the head of PR for Harry and Meghan, quit around the same time. And I think it's because she was made to look like a fool internationally, because she went out and briefed, oh no, the reason the pictures have been deleted is because there was a consent form given to all guests and you ticked yes or no about whether you wanted your pictures to be released. Well, very quickly it emerged that was just poppycock. That was made up. There was no consent form. And so a lie had been put out there about the Kardashians. Now, if you think about the Kardashians too, I was always highly suspicious when that consent form thing came up, because it's like, I'm sorry, this is the Kardashians. You know that if you're turning up to a Kardashian party, You are going to be pictured. You're going to be photographed. And by the way, you're not going to have control over that. The guests were not allowed to keep their own phones, but of course, there were
Yeah.
lots of images and pictures being taken of the event. It's the Kardashians. They don't buy into,
Yeah.
if you want to come, you're going to be photographed. End of story.
Of course. Of course you are. And I think that is where the real friction will be with the Kardashians. They love a scandal. They love a scandal. It gives them attention. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that they're bothered so much about Photogate. I think they would have been bothered about Meghan and her team and whoever else was involved has said that they have breached a contract. The Kardashians money, all of the brand deals, all of the endorsements, these women have got contracts coming out of their ears. And by Meghan doing such a big lie, this is a legally binding contract that you would have signed to say that you do not have, the rights to be able to, post these pictures and stuff. To say that the Kardashians went against this legally binding contract, that's a huge, big red no-no. And it caused people to turn. Initially, it's only the Sussex squad that no one really listens to, Meghan's fan base, but it was them saying, oh, the Kardashians, I can't believe that they did that. Well, of course they would. So it damages the Kardashians' credibility if it had been anyone else. But I think because it was Harry and Meghan, who we know lie through their back teeth, if the lips are moving, those two are telling porcupines, that it didn't get taken seriously. But it was quite a big lie to put out against them. And if they did gate crash initially as well, it's like a double slap, isn't it? A double slap. I'd be very shocked if they ever get an invite ever again. Or if they even did get an invite and they'll be barred from the door.
Well, there's more astonishing reporting from the aforementioned Rob Shooter. This is brand new, Tash, and it's equally horrifying. He's revealed that Meghan Markle is pushing for an invite to Valentino's funeral, which is, again, just something you don't do. So let me take you inside his reporting. He writes on his Substack, Meghan Markle is angling for a coveted invite to Valentino Garavani's funeral in Rome, sources tell me. The legendary designer passed away Monday at 93, leaving a void in the fashion world that celebrities are eager to fill, and Meghan doesn't want to be left out. She's quietly reaching out to Valentino's inner circle, hoping to secure a seat among the fashion elite, a source says. Meghan wants to pay her respects and be seen honouring a designer she's admired for years. She's very deliberate about making sure she's included. Valentino's funeral will take place over several days of lying in state. Tributes have already poured in from Gwyneth Paltrow, Sarah Jessica Parker, Donatella Versace, Cindy Crawford, and Linda Evangelista, all praising his talent, generosity, and larger-than-life presence. Meghan sees this as an opportunity, the insider adds. It's not just paying respects, it's about being part of the inner circle of the fashion world. She knows this is one of those moments where image and timing matter. While some may raise eyebrows at the Duchess pushing for an invite, sources say Meghan's approach is classic Markle strategy: strategic, respectful, and impossible to ignore. Well, I mean, Tash, I think Rob Shooter's been very fair there, because I don't think there's much respectful about angling for an invite to a funeral. I mean, we absolutely know this is what she did in terms of getting herself invited to the Balenciaga Paris Fashion Week show. She invited
Exactly.
herself. But I mean,
And look at the way she behaved there.
well, of
Look at the
course,
way
but
she
this is a
behaved.
funeral, Tash. I mean, come on.
I mean, this is Meghan, who jumped and got a statement out there about their darling and dearest friend. I can't remember exactly what they wrote, but how she held Archie, Dr. Jane Goodall, and then they didn't bother going to her actual funeral, but they made out to make sure that they got in the headlines themselves, obviously because it was making global news at the sad loss. And they didn't go to the funeral, but now Meghan wants to go to this. Of course she wants to go to this. She doesn't see this as a funeral. It's not about paying respects. This is about going to a celebrity, star-studded event. This is Meghan to have Paris 2.0, because she now believes that she's going to redesign herself as someone to be taken seriously in the fashion world. Going out to that is an opportunity for her. She would sign her name up to absolutely any designer, to say, oh, I've always respected them. Like she did. She even put that full statement out to say that she had worked with the new creative director for Balenciaga, Pier Paolo, She said that she had collaborated with him for years. No, she hadn't. She hadn't collaborated with him. As I said, those two just continuously make up stuff as they go. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me that she would see this as an opportunity rather than actually, someone has sadly passed away. She's mercenary. You've only got to look at the way she treats her own father. She doesn't care about anyone else out there. It's just what she can get, in my opinion, anyway.
No, indeed. Now, Tash, of course, Prince Harry chose to make the trial at the High Court versus the Daily Mail all about Meghan Markle this week. I think, though, it was something he knew he had to do, given she never wanted him to pursue this case because she didn't want all of the stuff about the exes coming back up. She didn't want him thinking and talking about Chelsea Davy, thinking and talking about Cressida Bonas, even now thinking and talking to, not just about, Natalie Pinkham, another ex who is back on the scene. But Tash, you posted on this. I am confused as to why he has now turned this into a story about Meghan.